The silent scream. Despair has a sound, and it's the wet, sickening pop of a soul being reshaped. We left off at the absolute lowest point in Yuji Itadori's life. He has just watched his mentor, the man who represented the adult world of sorcery, Kento Nanami, vanish into a spray of blood and bone. This wasn't a heroic sacrifice in the sun. It was a cold execution in a dark, dirty subway tunnel. Mahito, the curse born from human hatred, is laughing. Yuji is standing in the ashes of Shibuya, his mind fractured by the thousands Sukuna killed, and now his heart is shattered by the loss of Nanami. Today, the hero of our story isn't fighting for a mission. He's fighting to stay sane. Welcome to episode 14. The gloves are off, the tears are dry, and the most personal war in Jujutsu history has reached its final blood-soaked chapter. Scene 1. The Hunter and the Prey. The episode opens with an eerie, high-pitched ringing. Yuji Itadori's eyes are wide, glassy, and fixed on the spot where Nanami once stood. Mahito is cackling, his body shifting and bubbling with excitement. Did you see that, Itadori? That look on his face? Pure art. Mahito taunts, his hands transforming into jagged blades. Yuji doesn't scream. He doesn't cry. He simply lunges. The animation captures a raw, unrefined rage. Yuji isn't using the divergent fist or any tactical maneuvers. He is swinging with the intent to pulverize. Mahito, however, is at his peak. He uses idle transfiguration to alter his own shape, dodging Yuji's strikes by turning his limbs into wings or multiple legs. He plays with Yuji, leading him deeper into the station, turning the environment into a twisted funhouse of flesh and steel. Scene 2. The Double Threat. While the primary Mahito is fighting Yuji, he reveals a terrifying trick. He has split himself into two. I am a bit of a multitasker, the second Mahito says, wandering through the streets of Shibuya. This clone cannot use idle transfiguration on others, but it can still reshape itself. Its target? Nobara Kugisaki. Nobara is currently patrolling the surface, trying to find a way to help. She encounters the clone and realizes the danger immediately. She knows that if Mahito touches her, the game is over. The fight between Nobara and the Mahito clone is a battle of range. Nobara uses her resonance technique, driving nails into a stray piece of Mahito's flesh she scavenged from a previous strike. Because the clone and the original share a soul, the damage Nobara deals to the clone vibrates through to the Mahito fighting Yuji. Scene 3. Resonance of the Soul. In the subway, the original Mahito suddenly coughs up a massive amount of blood. His soul is being hammered from the outside. That girl, Mahito growls, realizing Nobara is his natural enemy. Her technique targets the soul directly. The one thing Mahito can't simply heal away. Yuji sees the opening. He senses Nobara is nearby and fighting for him. For a moment, a spark of hope returns to his eyes. The two sorcerers, miles apart, are fighting the same monster. The animation syncs their movements. Nobara's hammer hitting a nail and Yuji's fist hitting Mahito's face at the exact same millisecond. They are the perfect team, even when they aren't in the same room. Scene 4. The Switch. Mahito realizes he's in trouble. He decides to pull a desperate, high-stakes swap. The clone on the surface begins to run toward the subway entrance, leading Nobara into a trap. At the same time, the original Mahito lures Yuji toward the stairs. They pass each other in a blur. Nobara rounds a corner, expecting the clone, but she finds the original, the one who can transfigure others. Nobara, get out of there. Yuji screams, his voice echoing through the tunnel. But it's too late. Mahito's hand is already inches from her face. In a slow motion sequence that feels like it lasts an eternity, Nobara looks at Yuji. She thinks back to her home village, to her friend Sari, and to the time she spent with Yuji and Megumi. She gives him one final, beautiful smile. "Itadori," she whispers. "Tell everyone. It wasn't so bad." Scene 5. The Hollow Victory. Pop. The left side of Nobara Kugisaki's face explodes. Her body falls back, hitting the cold pavement with a dull thud. Her eye is gone. Her pulse is silent. Yuji Itadori stops. He isn't moving. He isn't breathing. He has watched the two people he loves most in the world die within minutes of each other. The world turns gray. The sound of Mahito's laughter becomes a roar in his ears. "You're just like me, Itadori," Mahito screams, dancing around the corpses. "I kill humans, you kill curses. We're both just satisfying our instincts. There is no right or wrong, there's only what we do." Yuji's spirit finally snaps. He falls to his knees, his forehead touching the blood-stained floor. He has lost. He has truly, utterly lost. Scene 6. The brothers return. Mahito readies a final blow to end Yuji's suffering. He transforms his hand into a massive drill of flesh. "Good night, Yuji Itadori." Boom. The wall of the subway is blown inward. A massive shockwave of cursed energy clears the smoke. Standing over Yuji, his hands clasped together in a prayer-like position, is a man with a scarred face and a mountain of muscle. What is your soul's preference in women? Aoi Tudo has arrived. Behind him is Areta Nida, a Kyoto student who can freeze wounds. Tudo looks down at his brother with a mixture of pity and burning determination. "Stand up, my brother." Tudo's voice booms, shaking the very foundations of the station. Our battle is only just beginning. The final suspense. The light has returned to the darkness, but is it too late for Yuji's soul? The ultimate tag team, Toto and Yuji vs Mahito. Can the boogie-woogie technique confuse a monster who can reshape his own soul? The fate of Nobara? Areta Nida is trying to stop her wounds from worsening, but is there any hope for the girl from the countryside? Mahito's evolution. Pushed into a corner, Mahito is about to discover the true essence of his soul. If you are cheering for Tudo's entrance, smash that like button and subscribe. We are moving into the final fight of the Shibuya Incident. Press the bell icon for episode 15, Metamorphosis, where the black flash of brotherhood meets the perfection of a curse. Can Tudo save Yuji from his own despair? Let us know in the comments. End of episode 14.